On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, I have a number of stories for you today. We'll look at the markets. We'll look at this story about Georgia, the state in the USA, is proposing a bill that would allow people to pay tax in cryptocurrencies. We have Binance saying they're finally going to reduce withdrawal fees. We have a short interview, 2.5-minute interview from the CEO of LitePay, and LitePay is due to launch today, by the way. So we'll look at all that today on the Cryptoverse. So let's get into it. Beginning with the markets. So crypto market prices remain somewhat sluggish today. Total market cap continues to hover around the $430 billion mark. We hit a high of about $512 billion following that major price correction we had most recently. And for the last 4 days, I would say, the overall market has been going sideways, with a few minor exceptions. So, Cliff High's latest report that I keep talking about, it predicted this kind of consolidation throughout February, and this being a key setup phase to create a base for March when apparently we're going to push higher. Now, everyone who's been following Cliff's reports has been quoting a Bitcoin price of $13,888 as being the point where we were supposed to consolidate. However, that doesn't seem to be happening right now. Over the last few days, Bitcoin has been popping above and below the 10,000 mark, and CoinMarketCap right this minute, as I record this, is reporting a price of 9,675. In any case, for now, I'm holding my positions in crypto just the way they are. Now, I said there were a few exceptions to the consolidation, and they will be things like Digix DAO, which was up around 17% a moment ago. Where is Digix DAO in the whole ranking here? Digix DAO ranks 28th. It's now showing a 18.7% gain in the last 24 hours, which of course fluctuates on a moment-by-moment basis. And Digix DAO is trading around $418. Now, Digix is a crypto backed by gold bullion. And I've seen this coin spike in price a few times recently. And I think this is most probably because people want to move their wealth into a coin with a greater price stability. While gold isn't exactly price stable, its volatility is certainly less than crypto, right? And then we also have good old Golem today. Golem, there it is, in 62nd place. That's the computing platform. It's up a respectable 15.3% today. And then I think the biggest loser, last time I checked, was H-Shares in 52nd place, down 9.46%. In fact, we've got Z Classic here, down 11.73%, which has appeared since I last wrote my notes. So that's all I want to say about the market roundup. Let's go on to this main story here about the state of Georgia, right? While crypto market prices may be going nowhere, the development of the fundamentals seems to be continuing to march forward. So the state of Georgia in the United States has put forward a bill on the 21st of February. So this is like 4 days ago. And this bill, which I've got up here on Legal Scan, I suppose is the short name for that. It's Georgia Senate Bill 464. Now this requires the State Revenue Commissioner, as it's called, to accept payment for taxes in cryptocurrencies. Now this bill it's specifically designed for this purpose. It's not like it's a clause shoved into another bill, right? This is what this bill is for. It doesn't actually have a name yet. In fact, down here when you see the preview, it says a bill to be entitled, right? And let me just read you the opening statement here. It says to amend code section 48 to 32 of the official code of the Georgia annotated, whatever that means. Relating to forms of payment of taxes and license fees so as to require the State Revenue Commissioner to accept cryptocurrencies for payment of taxes and license fees, to require the conversion of cryptocurrency payments into United States dollars, to provide for related matters, to repeal conflicting laws, and for other purposes. So this is excellent news for crypto, I would say, but it's bad news for the dollar because the only real reason people have to use the dollar is it's the only currency you can pay your taxes in, right? So even if you ran your entire life on crypto, when it came to pay taxes, you would have to turn some of it into US dollars to pay the government, right? Yes, many people accept the dollar as payment, but that could change in an instant, right? One individual could just decide not to accept it anymore, and that's that. But removing the requirement to pay taxes in dollars is removing what I would call the dollar's primary value anchor. Because we know fiat currencies aren't backed by anything, they acquire their value by having some kind of value anchor. And fiat currencies in the main are anchored in value because you have to pay taxes in them. That is the key thing. Once that's gone, though, it truly is, the value as determined by the people. And, well, there's a lot of people in crypto have already voted that crypto is preferable to them than fiat currencies. Now, I'm thinking that if this bill passes, it would be a great place for a crypto business to locate in the Georgia state, right? Because if it's a crypto business that's generating crypto revenue, well, it could pay its taxes in crypto as well as pay its employees in crypto, right? Because then also their employees could pay their taxes in crypto, and it's brilliant, right? It's absolutely brilliant. This is really where we want to get to, where we can live inside the crypto economy entirely, like earn in crypto, buy our groceries in crypto, and all the rest of it, yeah? Just be all crypto. Now, this is the world I've personally been looking forward to for a long time. I've spoken about it on the Cryptoverse a number of times, and it's creeping in, right? Bit by bit, it is creeping in. So very exciting for me, but let me know what you think to this news about this Georgia bill. Do you think it'll set a precedent for other states to follow? Do you think the bill will pass? What impact do you think this will have? All comments in the comments below. Where else would they go? So that's all I want to say about that story. I'll link you to the actual draft bill so you can read it for yourself. I haven't read the whole thing. It's actually only one page looking at this, but yeah, check it out for yourself. Maybe this isn't the full one because it's the preview. You can download the PDF version at the link just above that. Anyway, moving on to good old Binance. If you remember recently, there was a community campaign to get Binance to reduce their withdrawal fees. Because the biggest complaint about Binance was when you come to withdraw your coins, they ding you for, I think it was something like $10 per withdrawal, right? Anyway, I mentioned this on the Cryptoverse to say, look, if you want Binance to reduce the fees, then get involved in this campaign and so on. And here's a tweet from the Binance CEO saying ERC20 token withdrawals have been reduced by 25%. The fee will be dynamically adjusted over time. So the way this works, the whole withdrawal fee is they charge a dollar value of the token you're withdrawing. So say, for example, say it was $10, I think it was, by my calculations. So if you want to withdraw an ERC20 token like EOS, that's the example I always use because it's my favorite one. So say you want to withdraw any amount of EOS, even if it was $20 of EOS you wanted to withdraw, well, they would calculate the price of EOS right now. Say if EOS was trading at $10, well, then they would charge one EOS withdrawal fee. So that's a problem, right? That would be a big problem because if you're only withdrawing $20, it's half of your holdings, right? By contrast, if you were withdrawing $10,000 worth of EOS tokens, then it would still only be, one EOS token, which is worth $10. And that's how they dynamically adjust it. If an EOS token went down to $5, well, then they would charge you 2 EOS tokens as a withdrawal fee, right? So specifically, it says here that they've reduced the fee by 25%, but it only applies to Ethereum-based ERC20 tokens. So maybe that was the thing that people wanted primarily the fees to be reduced for. So let me know. Are you happy about this change? Is this enough of a reduction for you? Do you even use Binance? Let me know. Comments, thoughts, and opinions in the comments below. And finally, I picked this out. This is on cheddar.com. It's a very short 2.5 minute, 2.5 minute interview by this fellow who's the CEO of LitePay, Kenneth Asare, I think his name is. Now, in this interview, he says, quote, "Crypto is not something to invest in," close quote. And the news anchor actually picks him up on that, says, "Pardon me, did you just say cryptos are not something to invest in?" And he says categorically no. So watch the interview and see the context in which he says it. So I don't want to misquote him, but that is actually what he says. But he does give some justification for it. He says, like, this is the internet in 1990, in terms of the ledger technology and so on. He says that, crypto is not a replacement for fiat currency. It's not a replacement for the stock market, etc. It's a new way of transferring value. That's really the way he justifies it. Now, this isn't something you often hear from, an owner of a cryptocurrency business, is it? I happen to disagree with the guy. I happen to think that crypto will replace fiat currency because it's a superior currency. I also think it will replace the stock exchange because instead of paper-based equity, more and more and more, you're going to have businesses launching with ICOs, issuing a coin that represents value in the network, and then that will become the new share, right? The new stock will be the coin that means you own part of the network, like a Bitcoin. You can't separate Bitcoin and the Bitcoin network. Every Bitcoin is kind of a share in the autonomous company called Bitcoin, even though it's not a company, right? You own a share in the network. So that's why I think eventually the stock market will be replaced with coins, and the exchanges will be replaced by crypto exchanges. I just can't see it happening any other way because the system is so superior. But again, let me know what you think to this in the comments below. Do you think cryptos are something to invest in, not invest in? Do you think that cryptos will replace currencies? Do you think they'll replace the stock market? Do you think they'll replace equities as a whole? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, according to the official LitePay Twitter account, LitePay is launching today, February the 26th. And they tweeted this out 2 weeks ago. It was the 13th of February when they said, infrastructure for LTC coming on the 26th of Feb. So there we go. And the little rocket to say that's the launch day. So we'll keep an eye out for that. You can check out the main site to see if they have actually launched. But that's all for now, guys. So thank you very much for joining me. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new around here, get subscribed. If you would like access to my very best material, such as my structured online courses, head over to my website, cryptoversity.com. Click on the courses button, and here you can take any one of my online courses that I've made for your educational delight. Alright guys, that is all for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Cryptoverse. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.